Okay, well, look, let's jump right into it. Look, man, Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, man. What a team!
Dude,
What a team!
the last 6 years, it's
Jack
been
Eichel.
Jack
No.
Eichel, what a
yeah.
Jack
Wins the
Eichel, what a
cup.
player! Jack Eichel, what a play! Okay, I've been trying to look everywhere online for a picture of like to create a meme. You know, there's that one picture where it's like it's a kid holding his two younger brothers. He's smiling, and the other two are crying, and there's a Habs logo on him, and there's two Boston Bruins on the two crying. I've been trying to find the original picture of that because I wanted to put the smiling kid, Jack Eichel, and the other two, Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid, crying. It's a meme, it's a joke, but let's be honest here. Fuck, we're on. Okay, Jack Eichel. I'm sorry. He wasn't the problem in Buffalo. I'm going to say that. How is it Jack Eichel gets traded from Buffalo? The first time he goes to the playoffs, he wins the cup.
He was never deemed a problem, I think.
Dude.
It was.
Come on.
It was more about his surgery.
I'm sending
That's why
you
they traded him.
recordings. You guys attacked me about his injury, how bad he is in
I was
Buffalo.
talking about his injury, yeah.
You guys verbally attacked me, everybody.
You deserved it, Joey.
And again, I'm right.
He goes on a team where they're stacked to the gills. He's just a little piece in the puzzle.
No,
so it's not as if
he didn't
lead them.
Yes,
I would
did.
say
66
unanimously
points.
the second.
Dude,
Marchessault, it was really close between Marchessault and
Marchessault won for a
MVP
reason.
of the playoffs.
Nah.
It was
Marchessault won because of all those goals that he scored in the last
Next
2
year,
rounds.
You realize he had the same amount of points as Suzuki with about 17, 18 less games played. You realize that, right?
Do you think Suzuki in Vegas he would have only fucking 24 goals or whatever he has? Come on.
But Eichel's a playmaker. You only look at goals. Eichel's a playmaker.
Just saying, and then
a fuse neck idiot.
How showed up in the playoffs.
That's how it is.
Buffalo. If Buffalo would have said yes, go do the surgery, he would still be there right now.
Exactly.
Ryan O'Reilly got traded from Buffalo. The first season in St. Louis, he wins the cup. I'm just saying. I think.
Let's go get pick from Buffalo. Who's Buffalo's? No, let's go get Tage Thompson. Let's go.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh my God, I'd kill for that. I hope Slavkovsky becomes Tage
Would
Thompson.
you trade number 5 for Tage Thompson?
Not now. We'll get later. We'll get to that later. Listen, I didn't think Vegas would literally destroy Florida, let alone in 5, and I didn't think they'd destroy them 9-3.
Yeah,
in that game. That was insane. What an unreal performance, though. And I've said this. There you go. I've said this. Usually, the team that wins the Stanley Cup is the healthiest team.
That's why NHL needs to market better, but they need to reduce their amount of games. I said that when we were talking about it, and I'll continue to say it. There's just way too many injuries in playoffs that determine who's the Cup champion.
Listen, man, but this is why these guys are royals.
I don't know why it's not fair.
Tough. These guys are fucking tough.
You're right, but why is 60 games not fair? It's not enough? 60 games. You're telling me 60 games in a season is not enough?
I need 82 games in my life.
Yeah, but then it's lower quality. Then you get a lower quality product, in my opinion.
I agree with Joey. Yeah.
That's
less games, but they won't
dude.
9-3 is a terrible product to have at your elimination game. 9-3 is terrible.
I understand that, but listen, it's the nature of the beast. We've seen this all year round, and we still see guys that they overcome it. Like Tampa did it when they played the Canadians. Hedman had a busted ankle, and
it's way different. The skill gap is like.
I understand that, Joel, but
how about what was the length of the season when the Canadians were on the tear there, like winning cups every fucking years?
Dude,
what was that? 70?
Okay, we're gonna get to the 90s.
Outside of the playoffs.
Oh yeah, during that time, yeah. But don't forget, in the early 90s, it was 84 games.
Early 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what? Before we go ahead.
Go.
No, because if we're gonna make that transition to where we're gonna go to the 93 season.
No, I still want to talk about Vegas though. Like,
okay, good, because I'll make my point last, but I'll just say this: fucking disappointing final. Like honestly, there are two things that really stand out to me. You know what? Fuck it, I'll say it right now. There are two things that stand out to me. at the end, towards the end of the game, in the last moments, and I'll extend it this much. As much as I hate Toronto, if Toronto fans were in the situation that Vegas was, that building would have been rocking. They would have been singing. They would have been crying. They would have, like, the emotion would have been busting out. When I'm looking at the fucking TV and I see, and they're looking and they're just like, yeah, our team won, taking
They're
videos.
reserving their
Dude, did you see
CJ
20,000
party.
people partying outside
Chris,
the arena?
they've only been around for 6 years. You need time. It would be more concerning if it was the opposite, because Florida's been around from the 90s, right? So Florida, it would more concerning if they would behave like that if they win the cup. Vegas, it's hard. They've been there for 6 years. It takes a long time to build a fan base.
Yes, but they sell out every night. I'm not saying that
win.
they're bad. They sell out every night. They've been there from day one. They've been lucky enough to have a very competitive team from day one. But it just, to me, especially this final, I don't feel like, I really didn't feel an emotional involvement. I didn't feel as though it was genuinely and truly appreciated. Like, even if Florida would have won, whether it went either way, like, I think it's like, hey, yeah, cool. Our team, our franchise in our city won, and like, bravo. But Monday morning, it's going to be like, or the next week, let's just put it off to the next week. Like, oh yeah, we won. Oh, cool. Montreal, Toronto, Boston, all the original six,
Edmonton.
New York and Chicago, Edmonton, any one of the Canadian markets. Like, do you understand? They would have changed the whole outcome of these individuals' summers. It would have given them so much happiness, so much to look forward to, like, just so much positivity. And when I see that, and like I said, I'm going back to it, it's not a question of building fan base. It's like, oh, whatever, we got our football team. Oh, whatever, we got this. Like, we can look and we can say, oh, well, we have the MLS, we have the Alouettes, we have whatever, but it doesn't mean the same thing. Like, hockey is everything to us, and hockey to them, to those markets, to a lot of these markets, they have the fans, they're making money, but it's just not meaningful. And I find that sickening,
because they're
it's
not
great
used
for the
to
players,
it,
happy for the players, but it's just like,
they're not used to it. So take people our age, Vegas. Let's say somebody our age 6 years ago never watched hockey. They live in Vegas, and Vegas comes now. Okay, Vegas is my team, but they never grew up with the passion of watching hockey. You got to wait till young kids who are born watching Vegas for them to develop that passion. That's the way I see it. And then you're sort of comparing to the original six, which will never compare. And that's in any sport, NFL, baseball, soccer, whatever. You're comparing to the original teams that have literally the most hardcore fan bases, and Canada. You'll never compare it with some of the American towns.
Let's say you say Florida and you say the Minnesota Wild. Like, two very different markets, not an original six, somewhere in between, not an overwhelmingly old franchise.
Minnesota's a very hockey state.
Minnesota's a
hockey state.
Exactly. And that's exactly the point that I'm trying to say. The people in Minnesota would have the same reaction as the other Canadian teams, as the original six teams. And it's just that what pains me is, again, bravo for selling out. They clearly have the support, but they have the sheer number of people. They have the sheer amount of residents to be able to support those franchises, and awesome. But I just hate the fact, I hate seeing the cup going to a city that's going to be indifferent about them winning a championship within a week. That's all I'm saying.
But trust me, the passion takes time.
But to me,
I hope so.
I won't be as passionate if for Montreal, if Montreal I'm not big on basketball. I mean, I watch it, but if Montreal gets a basketball team and they win, I won't be as passionate because I'm not used to having a Montreal team.
You never know, man.
No, you never know for sure. But
it's the Montreal Alliance. But like, even if they
I would
watching it rather than them getting a team while they're in their mid-20s, 30s, and they've gone let's say a quarter of their life without any Vegas Golden Knights or any hockey in Vegas. Like, it takes time to get used to. The real passionate ones are going to be are kids that are going to grow up watching Vegas. And also, to me, the NHL market is just completely down.
I was just about to say that they don't market it. If they get up off their ass and start marketing the sport in this league properly, you won't have that problem. But to me, it's not about that. To me, it's the fact that this organization was able to do it in 6 years like the owner promised. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like that to me, this
And
I
they
know
almost
we
did
say-
it a long time ago too.
but man, like I've never seen such a group of aggressive, big balls. A group of I haven't seen management like that, like ever in the NHL. Like,
what were we on a 10-year plan with Bergevin?
Oh,
yeah, we're and we're recovering 5 years of mistakes at
So
least.
15 years going to take.
So, but and then meanwhile, these guys come in. George McPhee. What's his name? Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like talk about being aggressive and not being afraid to pay guys.
That bothers me more. You know what, Chris? Sorry, Sam. I thought you were finished.
No, but sure, it's okay if that bothers you. But fuck the fact that they were able to pay Mark Stone, pay Alex Pietrangelo, trade for fucking Jack Eichel. My God, who else did they trade for? Barbashev, trade for Aiden Hill.
It's an attractive place.
Holy shit. Okay.
yeah. It is.
I'm also a big believer that these players are a product of their environment.
Of course.
And so are the Florida teams. Florida, in any sport, how many of them been to the finals within the past 4 years? Like almost all of them.
Right.
Like
Florida
the Tampa Bay Lightning, now the Florida Panthers, Miami Heat, who just lost. Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they won with Tom Brady, Joey.
It's also they have good
We beat him the
management.
next year. We won, so we have.
Yeah, but hey, but anyways,
Went
No,
back to the finals.
I wanted to say, to clarify, not that part bothers me. What bothers me is that within 6 years, an expansion team can win it, and we're still talking about rebuilding, what to do to get better. I know it's not the haves, but I'll always say it will bother me how a team that picks up literally guys that weren't protected from other teams is able to make a team to compete in playoffs every year, besides 1 year they didn't make it.
Because you're not getting
us were
rookies.
struggling.
But they didn't get any rookies. They didn't get any young players.
Yeah, but
They
Sam,
got guys.
They pick guys who are considered the 13th, 14th best player on every team.
Not all of them. Some of them just because they couldn't. They had
But
to
that's
get rid of their
still considered
contracts.
the 13th, 14th.
No, but some of them just they had to get rid of their contracts. That's all.
You
Such
want
as
to talk?
Well, Marc-Andre Fleury was one of them.
okay, he didn't win the cup, but
Yeah, I understand that, but
Went
at
to
the
the
time when
finals.
it started, he would just go to the finals. Like he's.
but just to say they're able.
I
to
get
pick up-
I get what you're saying, but
And in 6 years, they could not okay. Even forget the year they won the cup. They made playoffs and competed every year besides 1 year. They made
Like
a
last year,
Stanley
yeah.
Cup Finals and a conference finals versus
Yeah.
us. They were exciting and they're fun to watch every year. While us, we're still have our heads between our freaking legs. Should we go with this guy? This guy? Can we get first overall? I don't know how in 6 years they can build a team not full of scraps, but full of players that aren't protected. Look, if you're good enough, you're protected by your team.
they
That's
created
what
a
I'm gonna
culture.
say.
They created a winning culture from the get go.
They created a winning culture, but they also had a shit ton of luck. They got paid. They got literally paid, compensated by the Florida Panthers to take Riley Smith
Mhm.
and Marchessault. They
Yep.
fucking got paid to get those players. And look who's the MVP of the goddamn fucking playoffs. Marchessault. That's a
And
major slap in the face. And there were a lot of bad moves that were done by other teams. And I have to say, there's your answer, Joey. Vegas got, in a certain sense, very lucky with a
They
few players.
capitalized.
And
Maybe,
they also
but
got
you have
fucking
to be
overpaid.
good to. You have to be good to identify these type of profiles that are going to fit your team. It's a bit of both, and they did very well by taking Carlson, by taking Riley Smith at the time, by taking Marcia. So they were very aggressive on Eichel. You say it's
my
lucky
God.
to get Eichel, but I must have
Not Eichel.
screamed that Bergevin's name to try. Do you think he tried? You want my honest opinion? Sorry, I'll give you my honest opinion. He did not try. There's no way.
No, there's
Bergevin
no
did.
way.
I
No, there's no
completely
way.
agree, but I want to for Vegas's purpose, the reason why they were able to go out and acquire as much as they did is because they got how many different teams, and I think this is a good exercise. We should come back to this on the next show. How many teams paid first round picks and second round picks that ended up getting used for future trades like Eichel, like Stone, and like other players because they were fucking just stupid and they were overcompensating to get rid of contracts that they deemed not worthy. And then these guys, they go to Vegas with a chip on their shoulder, a beautiful city to be, party town. You're feeling good all the time. They're young guys. You just got thrown out. In certain cases, you got paid to go to another team. You go there with a huge chip on your shoulder. You got something to prove, and they fucking proved it right from the first year. Like, don't get me wrong, Riley Smith and Marcia. So I can't say that they were absolutely outstanding players when they were in Florida. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been giving that much to get rid of them. But you go there, you end up in the finals. You're like, you know what?
Your first
I'm
year.
not that bad. You build up a whole sense of like a whole new level of confidence. You come back competitive every single year. Like there was a chain reaction in so many ways, but all I can say is that initial draft, expansion draft, like I don't know how many teams, let's say like a good 20 teams shot themselves in the foot and put Vegas right up on a pedestal right away with the stupidity
I think
that
so.
occurred.
Yeah. But to me, it's just not being afraid to go pay guys like Pietrangelo, Stone, and the trade for Eichel. Dude, their defense, Vegas's defense was unreal. When you have Alex Pietrangelo and Shea Theodore as your number 1 and 2, like holy shit. And then you have Alec Martinez, who him too, he's going to be Mr. fucking clutch in these playoffs. That's so weird how in the same anniversary, he gets the game winner for Vegas, the anniversary where he gets the game winner when he scored for LA in overtime against the Rangers. That same playoff run where Chris motherfucking Kreider crashed into Carey Price and fucking took him out. Anyways, I won't go there. But you know what else was key to them being healthy? Bruce Cassidy played all 4 lines. He played all 3 defensive pairings.
They had depth to play them. Like, they weren't scared to play any line.
They did, but that's why they were healthy. Like
they kept them healthy.
And Aiden Hill, like where the fuck did this guy come from? Yeah. We talk about him a lot, but man, I thought he was going to win the Conn Smythe, and he's a UFA. He's an unrestricted free agent. You could bet your ass. Yeah, okay. You could bet your ass he's
going to get paid.
He's going to get paid, but Jonathan Marchessault was unreal. Like he woke up at the perfect time for Vegas. Against Dallas, just started scoring goals, like 11 goals in 10 games. But Jack Eichel, he was the best player in these playoffs. He led the playoffs. I have where the stats right here. Dude, 26 points in 22 games, only 6 goals, but Marchessault 13 goals, 25 points.
Yeah, but Eichel facilitated so much. He opened everything.
Oh my God, he was unreal. The passes he was making, one of the
enough.
Dude,
it's within the first year, it's a slap in the face for us.
Imagine if we were Buffalo fans.
For us, we were never gonna get him, dude. Like,
but we didn't
stop
try.
dreaming. We don't know that.
We did not. No, we didn't try. Come on, you know it as well as I do.
Joey, use my phrase. Joey, bet which nut of yours are you willing to bet that Mark Bergevin did not try to get Jack Eichel?
Both.
Yeah, come on. But Joey, this is not what I'm about to say is. Knowing our luck and knowing Bergevin's management, Jack Eichel would have got traded to Montreal, would have had surgery, would have ended up a quadriplegic. And I'm not laughing at it. I'm just saying,
especially with our
surgery. So it has nothing to do with the team. He decided where he was getting surgery and how he was going to perform it. That was what Buffalo didn't want, and Vegas allowed him to do it. So Montreal wouldn't have been involved in this. They wouldn't have had the choice. And he would have developed now under Hughes and Gorton rather than Bergevin, because Bergevin the next year was gone. Anyways, I'm just saying it was a mistake. It's someone there, and I don't know. We're never aggressive to get an actual good player, and then we go sign someone like Dvorak because we're scared because Kotkaniemi left. So we go
It's true.
The Habs were never aggressive, but it doesn't mean that they aren't aggressive nowadays.
It's different. I'm saying, but but hats off to Golden Knights. I mean, they have a ridiculous team, and
man, what freaked me out though is hearing that Matthew Tkachuk had a broken sternum in Game 3 and 4.
He needed help to get dressed.
Yeah, apparently needed help to get dressed. And you hear Aaron Ekblad, he busted ankles, separated shoulder. The guy's practically RoboCop now. And Gudas played with a spray. Dude, these guys, this is what they play for, man.
As I said, less games, you'll have better quality products. You'll have more intense games because when it comes down to making playoffs, you'll see how intense it is. At the final few games of playoffs, I think will be more exciting. But Bettman will never do it.
Best of 5?
I'm sure the NHLPA
I was just thinking that
would do that. Wouldn't mind doing that.
A best of 5 in the playoffs instead of best of 7. Yeah, maybe.
Or
But
that.
I don't mind best of 7. I just want less games in the season.
In the season, I want
Instead of 82, try 65 to begin, and then go from there, or
74.
whatever. 64 if you need even.
74. I need a bit more hockey games in my life.
Well, Sam, you get 64 plus playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I want. It's finished, and I'm still like, I don't know what to do with myself anymore.
But this is the most exciting time is now.
I understand that, but
I might be one of those
games.
Well, I might be one of those oddballs, but I think I enjoy for soccer and hockey. I enjoy the off season with all the transfer bullshit that comes out.
Yeah,
who's going where?
Yeah,
and the actual games.
Okay,
I don't know why.